And there we go again. It's time for joinDOTA League. A bit Dota, Asian Division, Invasion versus Scythe, and we have a loading issue. Stan and Kai can't really do anything about his loading. He got about 20 seconds, and well, it doesn't look like he's going to join in there. So I'm showing you already the in-game one, and I guess we go back to the lobby. By the way, dear viewers, my OBS was reset overnight completely, so if there's any audio issue whatsoever, then please tell me if something is, I don't know, too quiet, too loud, whatever. I can anytime reset or rather change the volume whatsoever. We are back in the lobby. Okay, are you drunk? Is the question from Invasion. Let's see if that works the second go we have. And the admin also is trying to sort out the names, which I appreciate, because yeah, in the last days we had a big stand-in problem. Like, stand-ins not having proper names, the players not having proper names, they're all always listed differently. So let's see how this goes. But apparently it looks like they don't even know themselves who they are. So let's see if we fix that ASAP. Yeah, they're trolling. They're big time trolling. But now we go for another try. Let's see if that works. The second go is always the best. Sometimes we need 3. But I'm already happy. As long as the Singaporean server is not crashing like we had it this week already twice, I'm all good. I'm all set. But this time, look, everybody loaded in now. It's just the spectators missing. That should work, but I don't know. Somehow my in-game microphone is not working. There we go. Test. Yes. Now we are in the draft, finally. Though, I'm gonna go all again. Anyway, this is Scythe versus Invasion. My name is HeflaTV from HeflaTV. This is joinDOTA League Season 2, the Asian Division. So both pretty top teams. This should be a relatively equal game. The entire thing is a 2-game series. And let's see what the outcome is. As I said, for all those who join for Battle of Central Europe, don't worry. It's gonna start at 18. And I just added this game because it's a very nice Dota game, and you should not miss it. Plus there was no caster on it, so we took it. Anyway, the draft is already going on. We have a Doom banned out first by Scythe and Naga Ancient Apparition on Invasion. Well, that's definitely interesting. They don't want to have the Naga, and yeah, oh, I love this one. The Brewmaster is already out, so yeah, don't worry, no Brewmaster mid-game, which I absolutely love. I've seen this here just too much. I've seen him in the TI too often as a viewer. I casted him in the TI too often as well. And even in the past couple games we had, like even in the tier 2, tier 3 teams, we had so many Pro Masters that, like, really, I don't like 6.81 anymore. It's, yeah. But the picks start. We have the Batch Rider as Invasion's first pick. That means we have, of course, the Lasso Initiation. Let's see how fast this Blink Dagger is coming up. That will definitely determine how fast he goes into the game. And Tide Hunter, it is for Scythe. So they save a big ultimate already right as the first pick. Of course, as well as a potential offlaner. We've seen nice Tide Hunters these last days. Like, going for strange builds though. Like, sometimes we had Tide Hunters with a Gush build, we had Tide Hunters who go for only an Anchor Smash and a Kraken Shell build, and then going to stack Ancients and just farm them all the time, which sort of worked out. Like, I mean, the Ancients are still worth it to farm, like as a Tinker, as a Tide Hunter, and since he has been given like this new buff to his Anchor Smash with a 60% damage reduction, it absolutely works out. But As I said, if there's any fewer or something, if you have a feedback on the sound, just come up with it. Like according to my OBS, everything is fine, but as I said, like all my configs, they got reset overnight. I have no idea why, but they did, so I had to set up everything within like 5 minutes before the game. If there's anything wrong, then just tell me with the sound, something up, something down, but I hope it should work right now. Either way, we have the second pick here for Scythe, and well, it's definitely an interesting one. If Visage is coming out, like, it's a long time we have seen this hero. Like, yesterday we actually had a couple Visage bans, but even if he wasn't banned, like, he never got picked, which always, I don't know, it makes me a bit sad, because I still think it's a strong hero, and now in this game we're gonna see why, because Soul Assumption, in my opinion, is still one of the best spells. The Familiars, of course, is always nice, especially if you couple it up with BOTs, if you couple it up, for example, with a Tinker and a BOTs, and yeah, so why not going for it? But on the other side we have a Viper. That means we have a potential mid already, but not necessarily. Yesterday we also saw a Viper being off lane, a Viper being safe lane, but yeah, everything points towards that this might be actually the mid already. And the second ban rotation is already on the way. Invasion, they take out the heavy carry here, the Morphling. Well, a carry that needs quite some babysitting, but when he gets online, he is online for sure. But yeah, they decide even to go for a second really strong one. We had one, no actually two anti-mage matches in the past 2 weeks, and both won, because both times they were not able to get the game done pretty much within, let's say, 40 minutes. And if a game goes 40 minutes or longer and the anti-mage is then 6-slotted, it's absolutely, yeah, it's a horror to get the anti-mage down, like with Butterfly, with a Heart, when he gets tanky, the Manta, of course, as the first step item, like sometimes even Abyssal Plight, even though the last two anti-mages I didn't see them with any bash whatsoever, because they already had a team set up with a couple stuns. So, yep, banning him out might be actually a good option here. But Scythe, they go for support bans, which is of course very interesting, because they don't want to see the Shadow Demon and the Rubik. The Rubik I can understand, because Rubik, if he's for example in nice range, he could steal the Ravage. That would be horrible. Like, stealing, I don't know, something from the Visage Familiars on a Rubik is always funny to see, and then suddenly the Rubik becomes a micro player. Well, stealing something from the Crystal Maiden is not too much of a big deal, but definitely, yeah, sometimes situational at least. Could do something. But yeah, Invasion, they go for a Dazzle, so it was not too bad that Scythe actually decided to go for the support bans, because yeah, Invasion, they definitely need at least, I don't know, they probably go one more, and then like, yeah, if the Viper is mid, Batrider offline, we're gonna see one more support and a core for a potential tri lane. If that is a aggressive try, or if that is a just normal conventional try, let's see about that. And yep, it is time for the fourth picks. But both teams, they take quite a time considering what they have. But I mean, the first ones were at least fast, so they still have both above a minute to just decide what they go for. With the Crystal Maiden, I definitely like it, because if the aura is coming very early, then the Tidehunter, he can just spam his Anchor Smash. Like, it's a very low mana, spammable ability, and it does a lot of damage, not to mention to reduce the damage of your enemies. So that's always something good to pick up. And let's see, I mean, there is a mid mission for Scythe still, as well as a proper core, and let's see what that is. That's interesting for sure. So we have a Razor that is potentially a mid. We saw a couple Razors already in the last some casts in the mid. Usually is getting picked against like heroes that try to dominate the lane, and then just the static link spam comes out. It's definitely interesting. Also, when it comes to Razor builds, we actually seen different approaches. Like so far, all the Razors that have been picked and have been played mid, they all go for the Arcanum Scepter and maybe even for the Refresher build, just because they want to have like some really heavy building push. But then again, we also saw in the past some Razors that when they didn't care, like no Arcanums was coming, no Refresher was coming, they just went for a very heavy tanky build, stealing full-time static link. Mostly that was done by like going even for movement speed. So instead of PTs, we saw, for example, phase foods or even a rush into BOT. So he's mobile, and also a team setup that has like some sort of way to get the static link going for a long time, at least for the long duration. I mean, we have the Crystal Maiden freeze, we have the slow by the Visage, and we have, of course, the stun by the Tidehunter. So those three abilities would already grant the Razor a full duration static link, getting soaked up in damage pretty much, and pretty much leeching leeching the damage of a target completely. Like when that's the Viper, for example, that's it's actually a big deal, because Viper as such already low damage. She needs a target scaling very well with the Nether Toxin, so the target has to lack HP already. But more interesting, we have a Wraith King now. Not sure yet if that is a carry Wraith King or if that's a support Wraith King. I like him in both position, because actually I like him a bit more even in the support position, because he can roam, his stun is always powerful, he does scale very nicely into the later game, he can transition into damage. I don't know, when a Wraith King is bound to his lane, like bound to farming, then his whole roaming potential, rotation potential doesn't come out. But let's see, I mean, he has definitely a nice setup. He has already 2 slows with the Dazzle, a third one with the Batch Rider, Sticky Napalm, Viper, of course. So getting hits into him is, it should be definitely doable. The Ray Fire Blast, let's see how it goes. The only downside is, of course, Razor and Ray Fire Blast, you slow yourself because it's a direct spell. But let's see. As I said, if they pick another core, then this Wraith King is probably going into a support position. But the last bans now have been Lycan and Razor. Razor, not Razor, Invoker. So, okay. Now it actually gets interesting on Scythe's side. So the Razor and the TA came out as the last two. That means I was wrong with my Razor in the mid. The Razor is going to be part of a tri-lane, which is, I guess, not too bad with the Visage slow, with the Crystal Maiden. So there he has his setup. He has his setup with the static link and the TA in the mid. Well, against Viper, not the best one, because the refractions are going pretty much fast down with Corrosive Skin, with the Poison Attack, as well as, of course, the Viper Strike. But let's see, maybe they even swap it around. Might be possible, why not? But it's been ages I've seen a TA not being lane mid. And I also can understand the Lycan ban, because Lycan already a lot of pushing power. Then with the Razor, if he goes for a Aghanim Scepter build, I don't know, like that would be a lot of pushing power. Some pushing power you don't want to have against you. Like if you was asking who are the stand-ins, I actually have no idea who the stand-ins are. Like the admin also tried to find out, but like the teams were actually a bit trolling there. And yeah, but it seems they have 2, and I have no idea who they are, from where they come from. I can ask maybe in the lobby of game number 2. It seems like Invasion, they're all there. But yeah, if that's correct, then Scythe is either playing with a changed roster or it's 2 stand-ins. But look at it, they go tanky. But I really don't like this setup. Where's the heavy core? Who's pushing through that damage? If Templar and Razor gets really dangerous, then they only have a Viper against it, and a Bristleback who needs to get a lot of farm to actually withstand the Razor static link and everything. To kite them around will be, yeah, it will be definitely interesting. So, we're in game, swapping the overlay, and then let's see what we get. Pew pew pew, he says. So I'm trying to get like the team introduced, but as I said, like a lot of the names are not according to the roster, at least not to what we saw. Anyway, Poloson, he's definitely a main player here on the Tidehunter, and then we have the Stan and Kai. He's not on the roster, I have no idea where he's coming from. Miracle is playing the Razor, of course. Then we have Sayed, the father, on the TA. Then the stand-in, Infinite Sign on the Visage. And yep, I have no idea where they come from, what their original names are. Maybe a few knows, so we can spread the word. Anyway, Ghost is here on the Bristleback, and then we already have here Snow on the Viper. He has been spotted out by the Scythe tri-lane pretty much, and then we have ADTR here on the Wraith King, FSAT playing the Dazzle, and in the mid we have EZG. Wait, is that his original name? EZG? What do I have to Invasion Esport? There, we have FSAT, the normal stuff, ADTR, Snow, Ghost, and Katsik. Katsik is Katsik here? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it should be fine. Either way, they group up here around the bottom rune. That's definitely interesting because it is invisibility rune. That means he can start with a nice static link directly in their face, but of course he needs his 2 supports here. Let's see how this goes. And let's see. Well, in the mid we have interesting setup because the Batrider is actually the one who's going into the mid. I didn't expect that one coming because I actually thought we have the Viper playing in the mid, since Viper against refraction charges of the TA, that's very interesting. But yep, they decide the Viper will be the one safe laning, and he already went for poison attack the first point. I don't really like it. Like usually we see another toxin coming there just to make the right clicks, I mean the last hitting at least a bit easier. And well, the Razor, by the way, he didn't start with static link. This is also interesting. Like plasma field, I mean sure it's nice burst damage, but the first plasma field is, I don't know, it's not the best one, so to say. It's just minimal damage, and I don't know, like, oh, there we have the first freeze, the first plasma field is coming out, and wow, but no soul assumption. Oh, they actually have to use the first Shadow Crave already, so the Dazzle decided to save his skills there, and in the end there will be just a self coming out. But this is actually some nice pressure already, so I don't know, maybe the Viper is regretting now a bit that he didn't go Corrosive Skin, because obviously he needs it, like he really needs it. There's a lot of burst coming, and now that also explains the pick here in Plasma Field. And there's another slow, there's some more Magic Caress coming, and definitely Corrosive Skin, I think that's gonna be his next point as soon as he's gonna be level 2, because like this matchup damage coming his way, he definitely has to start blocking it. So he is level 2, and there we go. Yeah, Corrosive Skin point is coming in, obviously. Here in the mid, it looks very interesting. Look at this. Like, he has 10 stacks sticky napalm. Like, he is slow. Really super slow, but it doesn't really matter as long as the Batrider is not eating through his refraction charges and then coming with a Firefly. The Firefly would be now level 2, so if he gets another time 10 charges of the sticky napalm, then it really gets dangerous, because then there's no way, really no way, you get away. So let's see if the TA lets this being stacked up that high again. Anyway, I think they want to go a bit aggressive, but oh, this is the 102nd time that Visage has been picked here. Win-loss is 59%, so see, like, we barely see any Visage anymore, but still 102nd time. That's quite interesting though. Like, I thought it's a lot less, but then compared to other heroes, like, he is really falling in the background. But trust me guys, Visage is coming back in the TI. I still think the hero is very, very strong. Like, alone the combination of the slow and the Soul Assumption paired up here with the Crystal Maiden and the Razor, this will be definitely interesting in the further games we're gonna see. Or if this goes high here on the lane, then yeah, Viper already had one Shallow Crave just because the nukage was too high. So let's see when they go the next time. Visage already being like aggressive. Now with the Corrosive Skin, of course, a bit more survivability, but in the end, let's see how this goes. We have to compare the offlanes though. I mean, the Bristleback at the moment doing quite fine. He's 14-1. Now even having here the side pull where the Tidehunter Polostone is coming in now. He has definitely a bit higher value when it comes to CS. He's doing quite fine, but then again he also has to care about Quill Sprays. He's already on 3. If there's a new one coming, then it would be 4. Yeah, there it is, 4. Now it actually gets quite dangerous. Now that's 5. And with, I don't know, like, he's slowing him with a Nasal Go and he's going. That's, again, freeze refreshing. The just to slow him, but now he's getting so much tower damage, he doesn't get it off. There is a salve, a really fast one, and he doesn't have, actually he has one more quill spray, but now he has to go back as well. He has a bottle, he's already using it, so he's getting out of here, but quite interesting what they two go for. We have a pretty normal build on the Tidehunter. I've been talking about it already in the draft, like only one in Kraken Shell, and he actually goes for the Gush. Yesterday we had a Tidehunter who did not go for the Gush build. He really maxed Kraken Shell and the Anchor Smash, and then went at some point into the farming of... Oh, we have to go on the Viper again, but this time they won't go. Actually, nope, there's the double slow, and there's the static link, so there's a lot of damage coming, as well as the plasma field is not coming. Oh, they baited out the Shallow Grave, but now the Bristleback is here. He's not too high in HP, actually. He has to really care. So the Rays are being slowed, but they won't pursue. It looks like it, at least. So the Viper, he has to chew through at least 3 tangos to get full HP on his lane here. But yeah, thanks to the Shallow Grave, it already prevented 2 kills, pretty much. So the Dazzle Pick absolutely paying off. What's not paying off, of course, is the Bristleback rotating in here. I mean, he has Brown Boots, so relatively fast, but still, he's going now back from the safe lane, bottling up, going back to the base, refilling the bottle, I guess, and then just going directly back to the lane. But the problem is, in the meantime, the Tidehunter is freely farming, and that's, well, it's not very optimal. The Tidehunter already being level 6, he has the Arcane Stun, he goes for a Ring of Regeneration. I wonder what that is, if that is, if he's the mech carrier for Scythe. That would definitely be interesting. I mean, if he has the opportunity, maybe we also see the Tidehunter going for a Blink Dagger, an early one. It's not a bad item to pick up, in my opinion. Because, yep, a Blink Dagger and a Blink Dagger Ravage is always a nice surprise for the enemy, especially if it comes out fast. Now the Bristleback is back on his lane, but yeah, he's so behind in farm, like, it's not even funny. But now we see, actually, Templar Assassin, no, who got that haste rune? Wraith King activated haste rune, there we go. Wraith King got it, and maybe we even have a go. There is, oh, Wraith King gets to deny here. There is a stun here on the Razor, and let's see. Viper is already coming in the plasma field, doing a lot of damage on the Wraith King. He's already going back. The Bristleback again rotated in, but oh my god, Visage, you're in a very, very, very awkward position. But there's Tidehunter. I'm waiting for the Ravage. There it comes. The Ravage is up. Oh god, the Viper is pretty much the first blood, but at least they get the Visage as a return kill. But look at this, my god, they are getting so much damage now. The second one is down, and just in this fight, I think now they're heading all back because everybody's low HP, everybody's low mana. They don't have anything to cast. To be honest, the Tidehunter could almost keep going. The Razor even stays on lane here, he doesn't care, but sooner or later he has to get a salve or go back to base. But what a fight, 2-2, and in the end, I mean, the first blood was the Viper, so Scythe has like a small advantage here. Now, interesting to see, we see the Viper finally coming into the mid, so he's abandoning this lane, especially after the tier 1 tower is down, so he's going against the TA. The problem is, of course, the level difference. I mean, he's not even level 5, and the TA is already working on his level 8. The Batrider, well, he is level 8, so he was doing fine against the TA, and now he's swapping into the jungle. Let's see how much gold is there. Well, give him 50 gold, and he has the Blink Dagger. That means that is a 8-minute Blink Dagger, round about that time, maybe a bit more when he's waiting for the gold ticks. Actually, he was buying a TP, so he's going now into the bottom lane and finishing the dagger. So I was almost right with the time. This will be like a 8:30 Blink Dagger. It's still fast enough for a mid Batrider. And let's see how this goes. Now the TA finding a double damage rune. That's also, of course, always interesting. And by the way, viewers, as I said, like, all my sound settings are new. If in-game sound is too high or something, just tell me. Or if my voice is too low compared to it, then just tell me. I can just adjust it on the way, but I need your feedback, because I don't have my second machine running at the moment where I can hear my stream on my second ear. But yep, top now we have a plasma field as well as static link, but this static link just stole 14 damage. That's not much at all. On the Bristleback, with his quill sprays, he can anytime just lure out this creep wave away from the tower. So there is, but yeah, they don't really care. They don't really care. I mean, they have Cardi the catapult and all. Do we see a go here? There is no Ravage, but the TA is coming in and melted. Oh my god. But there is a Shallow Grave buying some time. I still think they're gonna pursue. No, they're not gonna pursue. They don't wait till the Shallow Grave is down. That would have been enough, I guess, with a Plasma Field, but Plasma Field just now already doesn't matter in the end. Tier 1 tower is going down. in the direction of Scythe. So let's see how they answer invasion at the moment. Maybe this is the answer coming, because the Blink Dagger is up on the Batrider, they are already smoked up, there is the stun of the Wraith King, and it doesn't seem that Scythe is interested in going back. They're already working on the tier 2 tower, and I guess, why not? Cliff is down, there's a super long range Flame Break, just to go for some harass damage. At least the creeps are being pushed out, but the tower is going down, and yeah, this looks really, really positive. The Tidehunter even getting the last hit. We have to check his farm, like, Jesus. Like, he has Hadris, Buckler, and I think, do we have a recipe? Yes, the Mac recipe is on the way, and oh my god, Wraith King, this is the wrong position. He's double slowed just by Gush and the Psionic Trap. He's just melting down, which is the logical consequence if you meet 5 heroes just around your secret shops, hashtag Ancients. That was not good to go there without any ward whatsoever, so he regretted his decision instantly. I think Scythe, they already blinked on Roshan. We are 10 minutes in. That would be one of the early Roshan we've seen the last time. Usually it's like, oh, there's a Ravage coming out, and instant the Batrider is getting burst down, and now the melt hit on the Bristle back. I mean, there is a shallow grave, but this time he won't get away. Negative Urn Charge also ticking on him. This is a lot of damage coming his way. I mean, the bottle at the moment keeping him alive, but the Plasma Field in the end. Oh, but this time maybe they want to turn around. There is the Viper Strike 9 on Father. No refraction charges for you. There will be. Oh, the refraction charge is coming you up, and the Wraith King again in a position. You just don't want to be here, and there is so much damage coming his way. Like that, he doesn't move a single step away. The Familiars were making sure of that. So in the end, like Scythe with their 5-man Dota, they're doing absolutely fine now. The mech, well, the mech is now on cooldown, but in 10 seconds they can pretty much heal up the entire team. That makes it a 3rd tower and pretty much 4 bonus kills directly on top. So 3 towers down for invasion, and to be honest, I smell Roshan. I smell a really fast Roshan. Why not? They have a mech, they have people who can tank it anytime. All they need is like TA going in there. He could tank with refraction charges. The Tidehunter can eat a lot of Roshan damage, but it doesn't look like it. Maybe Roshan is then still a bit risky for them. Let's see. I mean, Father would be one, but I think he's rather here for... Oh, in the mid. Oh, we have a Lasso Initiation on the Tidehunter. No Ravage whatsoever. The Anchor Smash, of course, reducing the damage, but doesn't really matter. In the end, he goes down, so Invasion finally striking back. It's about time, because after 3 towers and 4 kills, I was really asking, oh, but a Plasma Field, that hits at least 3 people. The tower also hitting all... They have no mech. That's the biggest difference. They only have the Shadow Wave at the moment to heal themselves up, and there is now the Familiars. Familiars, that's the good thing when you have a Bristleback, the damage goes on the Familiars. So, yeah, you really have to care. You have to set them down, get them to land ASAP, because like 1, 2, 3 quill sprays and it is already enough. Now Templar Assassin with another double damage, and the question is, double damage used for Roshan or for fighting, and they already answered my question here. He's the one tanking up Roshan. There's Gush, there's Medallion as well. Roshan has pretty much 0 armor. He's just like a wisp, and look how fast he's going down, especially with the Familiars. Also hitting him permanently, but Batrider is there. Sticky Napalm is already up. There's the Firefly, but look at this. There's the Familiar stun. He's going down by a Crystal Maiden, and feel free to finish Roshan. I don't think they will attempt another Roshan interruption whatsoever. So yeah, it's looking good. TA is gonna be the one picking it up, and yeah, that gives him, of course, the confidence he has. I mean, it was close once when he dove under that tier 2 tower, but now with his Aegis, he can just go all out, maybe with the next rune. But I don't think Scythe has to hold back. We are 13 minutes in, I'm swapping to net worth. Let's see the crafts, and there we see the damage is already done. We have over 4k advantage when it comes to experience, and the gold is even more important because we are heading towards the 10k advantage in the next 2 minutes if they continue farming like this. But it doesn't seem like they're interested in like going too late this game. The tier 2 tower is the next project. The cliff would be ready. Of course, that would buy them some time. But they're like Poloson already spamming the level 2 Gush only, but still like spamming it already on the Batrider. The only problem they have, of course, is now there is Sticky Napalm as well as Nasal Goo, so you're really slowed. There's a lot of stacks on you, so they actually have the means to hold them back this time from the tower. But let's see, with a nice setup, with a nice initiation, now you could actually need a Blink Dagger on the Tidehunter. Like, it would really have a huge impact. But let's see, there's a Firefly just against the creeps for now. And, well, Poloson going really aggressive, and he can. I mean, 2 points in the Kraken Shell. the mech, of course, as a backup. I mean, the Wraith King is not even level 6, and now we see the cliff. The cliff is coming out. I mean, there is still one creep, so backdoor protection is no way that they have to worry about it. Now with the familiars and everything, yeah, tower going down, Visage getting the last hit, make that 5 towers down already for invasion, and they didn't even touch like the tier 1 yet. Just a bit damage here in the mid, and that's pretty much it. Here they never really reached the tower, that was only the creeps doing damage, and top, the tower also not having any crazy damage whatsoever. Now the Viper doing the right thing. He saw that rotation, and yep, that he doesn't see the rotation. Standing Kai is already working on it. Nice devoting coming out by the Crystal Maiden, and I think this Crystal Maiden didn't die yet, or at least once. Yeah, he died. He's 1-1 and 4, because usually the Crystal Maiden, they are like the sacrificial lamb for everything, but this Crystal Maiden so far, her survivability is pretty nice. Anyway, I've been casting like the last 3 days pretty much non-stop. My voice is pretty much borderline, so let me get that fine sap of my tea. Oh, or maybe not, because Polosan in the mid, well, he's getting a sticky napalm and a poison attack in his face, but, well, it's only level 2 poison attack, so with that you can't really do anything, plus the Tidehunter with the Kraken Shell already on level 2, like if you do too much damage on him, like pretty much all his debuffs are reset, and I think this looks like a tower trade, but it's a very desperate tower trade though, because a tier 1 for a tier 2 is usually not a trade you want to make, and, well, the problem is they can go further directly on this. There is a cliff coming out here for this tower on the dire side, so they buy some time, and this time is very crucial because they want to go already high ground. The Batch Rider is coming in, probably lying, yeah, a patch of Firefly against the creeps, but they can still do a lot of damage to this tower here. In the meantime, there is now the negative weave, of course, coming out on all those targets, and now with Father being stunned here directly under, that is definitely interesting, but he doesn't care. He still has that for round about 2 minutes and 30. The H is up, so they should use that time doing even more damage on the tier 3 tower. There is no Chain Protector, and there comes the Ravage. Everybody's pretty much stunned. The Batch Rider is just melting down. The Wraith King, this time he is level 6. There is the Mech Fast coming out, as well as, of course, everything in the Crystal Maiden is going balls deep. Look at this. She's sacrificing her life for a huge ultimate. It was not interrupted whatsoever, and now there is a lasso on the Razor. Father is trying to do something. The Aegis is getting out. The question is, the Razor is not getting out. So in the end, Dazzle is keeping himself alive at the moment with the Shallow Grave. Oh my god, Father going down the second time. Of course, being in that Firefly is not the best thing, but he's still surviving. No, even the melt doesn't help him. So in the end, make this a team wipe against Scythe. So maybe that was a bit greedy going for that tier 3 tower. I thought they would fight better, but Invasion finally taking a stand here, and this is a huge impact on the game, because they were so ahead in experience and gold. That means like all those killing sprees, they're gone now. Like who actually got them? Visage had a killing spree that goes to the Wraith King, for example, that helps him a lot. And I actually thought the Temple Assassin was also on a killing spree, but no, I was wrong. Either way, now it's suddenly 8-9 in the 17th minute, or almost the 18-minute mark, and Invasion, like they're very distinct, or very determined to get their tier 3 defended. Like all the time, the towers, they were dropping really fast, and this time they said like, no guys, tier 3, that's a bit too much. And the Razor, there is no lasso whatsoever, but there's so many slows as well as the stun, the Rayfire Blast, and I mean the Familiars making, now they can't get the Familiars down, that's the biggest problem. So Razor is going down, but maybe the return damage now, the Nazagoo slowing him down. There's still Firefly up just for a second, but he is actually ending up on the low ground, but still no follow-up whatsoever. The Batch Rider, that's an awkward position. Yeah, there will be no interrupt for him. There is Gush and Anchor Smash, but no, the Crystal Maiden needed to be there to interrupt the TP. In the end, Razor going down, that's of course not as positive as you might think. There is, let's see, he went for the Hand of Money, and he's, I think, yeah, either that's a BKB, or that is, of course, but he has no point booster, so it might not actually be a Ganem Scepter. Let's see what's coming out on the Razor. 9-9 now in the 19th minute. I mean, when it comes to tower XP and gold, Scythe should still have the advantage. Actually, we have to look that up in the crafts. Oh, they lost a lot with that fight. Look at this. This fight was so expensive for Scythe here when it comes to experience. They still have a small advantage, but oh well. Dropping down from 5k in just one team fight, that's a lot. But look at the towers. Like this gold advantage with all the towers being down, plus of course the Roshan being on your side. And the Midas, of course, taken. I mean, there is no Midas on the other side, so we have 2 Midases running as well as all the tower advantage. But now, Viper already being slowed twice already. There is now the freeze. I mean, she's quite tanky. There's the soul assumption, the ultimate of Maiden actually not hitting anything. But now, whoa, the plasma field. The plasma field on the edge. Absolutely on the edge, but doing immense damage. So Viper going down. That's what I was saying in the draft. There's a lot of slow coming. I mean, Visage can slow, Psionic Trap can slow. We have the Crystal Maiden with a slow, and of course the Tidehunter with a slow. So in the end, you don't get a wipe. The funny part is that the Razor so far, no crazy static links. This was really all just normal right-click damage and everything. But oh, they use his ultimate, and it's actually Arcanum Scepter. He had it all in his stash. I didn't actually click on him, so I was wrong. It's Arcanum Scepter, and afterwards, it's gonna be a BKB. But they wanted to use that ultimate, to be honest, to make some damage on the tier 3 tower. It was not much, but I guess it's okay. Who are the 2 heroes with the highest and lowest win rate in 6.81 Dota? Oh, now that's one of the questions where I'm gonna... the highest win rate in 6.81. That's now very interesting. I couldn't point my finger on anything right now. Like, who's the highest win rate? Like, of all those, I'm not quite sure. I mean, there's so many heroes that are newly picked now in 6.81, and the lowest, to be honest, I think Lycan is pretty low at the moment. I have the feeling, at least in my games, the games I cast Lycans are never really successful, but I don't think that's the correct answer. Like, maybe some of the viewers know. Give the viewers some time to answer this question. Like, who is the hero with the highest and the lowest win rate in 6.81? And don't cheat, don't look it up. Like, just put 2 names in the chat, that would be amazing. And now it looks Scythe there again, grouping up, but it doesn't look they want to go high ground again. I mean, they have a bad experience. Last time they tried to go high ground, they did some damage of course to the tier 3 tower, but they paid dearly for it. They had a team wipe +1 because the Aegis was still up on Father. But let's see. The Bristleback already TPing out. He was well aware that this TA was on his way. He was a bit far out, and that's also the biggest downside at the moment for Invasion. I mean, not just Scythe having of course this huge gold lead, like also the fact. Oh my god, but this TA, you're not safe there, my friend. There's the smoke, there is the lasso, and oh, he's going so down. Like, you have no chance, even with refractions, when you're standing in the Firefly, plus all the damage coming your way. So, easy kill on the TA. And yeah, Invasion striking back, they have to also get those pickups, otherwise I don't see any way how they can farm it, because Scythe, they're controlling at the moment the map very, very much. I mean, Visage is farming even the enemy jungle, like you have someone farming their own jungle, we have people on the lane now. It's, yeah, they're pretty much down to their base. I mean, now they go for Ancients, at least the Bristleback does. It's the first sign that they finally step out of their base again, but in the end, highest dispatch rider, says Nazai Mizab. Lowest Meepo. What? Meepo has been played in professional Dota, but Meepo is not a usual pick. We can't take Meepo in the equation there. Maybe the Statsman is gonna answer it. Let's see. Give us the answers. Troll Warlord has 61.5% win in 13 games, while Sniper only has 18.2 in 11. So, that looks good. Troll, I actually casted 3 Trolls just this week, like in a support role, in a mid role, as well as in a carry safe lane role. And to be honest, it's really amazing, especially if you have someone who is really benefiting from that ultimate. Like, not to mention the siege potential and everything else. So yeah, Troll is actually looking good. I'm surprised. But now, oh, we have a go here on the TA. The Ravefire Blast is already out, but they don't dare to go in, even though they actually outnumber Scythe here. Like, if they wanted to, there is only 3 people of Scythe, but now the rest is joining the little army here. And this is a Roshan, and I mean, they already got Weave here on the entire team. It's fading pretty much soon. They decided to not contest this Roshan, or they don't even expect the Roshan to happen. Now there's actually Blinks coming out by the Dazzle. He's like, come on guys, we want to do something, but Nope, they're not going for it. And to be honest, this would be a perfect setup. I mean, going from Roshan, getting a double damage rune, rotating any lane, maybe getting one pick off, and then into high ground. So Scythe also a bit lucky with the runes and like how the lanes are at the moment pushed out. The Batrider at least going to get the top lane pushed out, and yep, it seems like it's gonna be bottom they are heading for. Visage is taking care a bit of the mid, of course. Familiars can do at least another creep wave, and also a very crucial item now coming out on the Razor. We have the BKB now done on the Razor. It's not yet there, but it is somewhere in the courier, I guess. Is it? The courier is full of items. That is a Manta is coming out, a pipe is coming out. Wow, there's a lot of teamfight items. So they have the Mach heal, they have the pipe absorb, they have of course the minus magic damage from the pipe, they have now the BKB on the Razor. Sooner or later the chicken will also arrive there. Like Scythe is going really, they want to be ready for a huge team fight, and with a proper initiation and Ravage stunning all the targets, like it's looking good. I don't know what Invasion wants to do against this, because I don't know. So far we have, okay, Sanj on the Bristleback, that's probably gonna be a Halberd. The Wraith King doesn't have much. The Batrider, well, low HP, just a 4 stuff and a Blink Dagger, basic items coming out. The Viper as such, of course, he is the mech carrier, but he's still working on his Arcanum Scepter, so gold-wise it's looking really, really bad. But oh, they found Father. He's the one with the Aegis, losing him already. The Familiar stun, of course, buying a bit time, but he's gonna die so fast. But I don't know, maybe Scythe wants to initiate on this. I mean, the Wraith King definitely going down the first time, and this is really bad for him, because now he will die a second time. He stuns the Crystal Maiden, trying to do some damage, but easy going. So trading Aegis for a Wraith King, his ultimate is level 1, that means a 260 cooldown, and now with all the items who just arrived here for Scythe, I think they can go high ground. Let's see. I mean, the Razor ultimate not popped yet, and again they just rotate bottom. They have to push out this one here though, and now they go directly. They don't care. They bait out the cliff though, so the cliff is up there. That actually gives them some time, but is there the push coming? Oh, the static link, it's still soaking damage, but he's getting so much already from the tower. There's still no Ravage, there is just a Sticky Napalm. Look how slow he is returning, and still no Ravage. That's very interesting. Now, well, there is the Manta right now on the Templar Assassin, and they all have the Weave debuff, so they have to go back, but the tier 3 tower is done, so theoretically ultimate is not up anymore, and he's actually going for the refresher build. We see it here, the first some items of the Oblivion stuff is coming out on the Razor, so yeah, I was right in the draft. They want to go for the heavy building damage. Yes, troll it is. What the hell is that? According to recent survey, League of Legends players have a much longer dick than Dota 2 players, so I couldn't care less. Dota 2 still being the better game. Oh well. Yeah, Pro Dota they said, so yep, the stats, it actually sounds accurate, because Troll is being played here and there in the 6.81. Also Sniper has been tried, but the problem with Sniper is, like, I mean, he's a really strong hero. In a pub, of course, very, very strong. In Pro Dota, there is a lot of ways to how to counter a Sniper, that's the problem. But if a Sniper gets fat, of course, that's also a big, big story. Let's see. But now I'm actually quite surprised, because Scythe, well, they push out mid, they push out bottom, and I actually thought they're gonna stick around and just go, because now they have Manta, like they didn't use the Ravage, and I don't know. Oh, the Dazzle! He's just losing his life almost to just 3 Familiars and a Soul Assumption. Now, do they want to go for... I think they want to go for that Visage, at least for the Familiars. The Familiars are here, and I think there's an opening. No, there's not an opening on the Visage, so at least one Familiar is going down. That's of course unfortunate. They're newly summoned, and losing one of them when you just have Arcanum Scepter. So he's down to the non-Arcanum Scepter Familiars. Not too bad, I guess. But yep. Scythe on the back foot now, at least when it comes here to this bottom lane. But in the meantime, we have Polozon pushing the mid, we have Father just pushing the top lane, so sooner or later Invasion has to go back. And yeah, it doesn't seem like they want to go for something. Or, I mean, Batrider is here, but what does he want to do? Like, he's baiting out the BKB at least, and wow, that's the longest soul assumption of his life. We're gonna follow this. Look at it. It's flying. It's flying. It's still flying. It's still flying. Ah, it's not doing much damage though. But yeah, he already left the fountain, so damage is damage in the end of the day. But either way, now it looks like, I mean, the ultimate is ready. The only downside, of course, is now, I mean, the Batrider just baited out this BKB. The BKB now 45 seconds still on cooldown before they go in here. That's definitely interesting, because for that fight he actually might need it. Then again, they have Ravage and everything else on still up. The Familiars, sure, one is missing, but I mean, well, there's two, there might be three pretty much soon. The resummon should be there in about, yeah, 40 seconds. It's not enough. Now Bristleback, he's going interestingly aggressive. They all have, of course, the weave, the positive weave on them. And there's, look at what the Batrider does. He goes for like the ring of fire around the base, so you can't enter. But like, Scythe doesn't care, to be honest. Like, they wait for the next creep wave, and at some point they're gonna go in. The TA also having, oh, the pipe is coming up. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. And now the Batrider, he can't blink in if he gets like some damage of the Familiars. And now there we see it. There the BKB is coming out, and he's leeching that poor Dazzle dry. So far no right clicks coming in. Actually now the right clicks come, but it is only, look at the Crystal Maiden, how manly he is. Now the right clicks will hurt, but uphill misses at the moment. Save the Wraith King pretty much from all this anger. Viper gets in the end the kill on the Crystal Maiden, but they don't even need to, and they even have the Ravage still available, and like, they're not really interested in kills. All they want is like give some nice damage here. So a new link would be surely interesting. So I don't know why Scythe is not going for kills. I don't know if they started a contest, like, oh, there's a lasso, and there is the Ravage. So, oh my god, the Batrider held in place. Now the Bristleback surviving a bit longer just because of the Shallow Grave, but oh my god, Dazzle going down already. Their father is getting out with the Manta, but oh, still damaged by the Viper, doing the job. And now, oh, Wraith King is probably going down. Yes, the Familiars, he can't stomp them. That's the biggest problem. So you have to hide now somewhere here in the back. So in the end, they do go down, and the racks and everything is still standing. That wasn't too good of an approach. So Invasion actually, after the tier 3 going down, they're still decent in the game, I have to say. We have to look at the crafts and make sure we're not wrong with our predictions here. Like, when it comes to experience, Scythe, like, surely ahead, like, a lot. And in gold, even more, like 15k, working towards even more. I don't know, but when it comes to the fights around the Raxes, they're not, I don't know, they're not in a good position. Invasion is holding their base, like, wow, it's very impressive, to be honest. I mean, part of it was definitely, I mean, I think you guys saw it around here, like the Razor had like what, 100 damage or so stolen, but he was trying to hit in here, so he got like the TA and the Razor, they got uphill misses, and now oh, they found the Batrider, and he's dying. He had like what, a millisecond left on his TP out, but doesn't really matter. A Tight Center with a double damage, the Razor with the ultimate, easy kill for them. I think Scythe, they will wait for the next Roshan. I mean, Roshan, not too long there. Should come up soon. Let's see what we get on a bonus time. The Familiars. This Familiar is now gonna die eventually. Come on. 1, 2. No, some quill sprays. Oh, he uses the weave. I can't believe it. One more quill spray. One more quill spray, there you go. Congratulations, you just achieved 100 gold. Witchage doesn't care too much because he has a resummon in 20 seconds. So, well, it's 100 gold, but what is 100 gold if you chase him for like, I don't know, half a minute. Now, interestingly though, there is a Tight Center. He was invisible, but this just random sentry ward pretty much just scouted him out. So, yeah, they saw what's coming. And well, Roshan, well, it still takes a while. Time today is not flying by for some reason. Usually it is. The Razor, what is he getting? Oh my god, there it is. Refresher Orb. He goes back to base, which means he comes back with full mana. And now we're at Refresher Orb that actually gets pretty ugly. So the next Ravage is a level 3 Ravage, by the way. And of course the Razor with the Refresher, it is gonna be very, very ugly against everything that comes close. And the biggest downside is also like the Wraith King. Now, well, now he's level 11, so only 160 cooldown. Oh, we see a smoke. So Invasion takes the initiative now. They maybe even want to contest Roshan, but Roshan, they don't know. It's... or actually, they might know. No, they don't know. I mean, there is a ward. Yeah, there is actually an observer ward here. So they have some vision. For now, they still are in Roshan. And let's see. Oh, we have the lasso initiation here. It is on the Visage. Probably a very nice target, but 3 familiars and everything. So much damage. And the Crystal Maiden ultimate again doing so much work. The Viper being alive still with the Shallow Grave, but this will change now. The Crystal Pack, well, his Quill Spray is doing a lot of damage, but oh, look at the Razor ultimate. This is just nuts. And who's the last survivor? The poor Dazzle. I'm afraid you have no chance whatsoever. Now we have buybacks, mass buybacks pretty much. We just saw like how many. There was at least 1, 2, 3 buybacks. Wraith King, Bristleback and Viper, they all bought back. They don't want that Scythe is directly rushing in the base and using even that residual Razor ultimate. So crazy fight. Invasion, they will lose a lot of gold just with these 3 buybacks. I guess it's the right decision in this case. They could have waited till they actually reached the base and maybe tried to get some return kills. Now that they were showing already the buybacks that early, that means, I don't know. I guess they did it because they saw Scythe, they probably gonna rotate in Roshan, but Scythe is doing the right thing. They're like, hey guys, we just won a team fight, we baited out 3 buybacks, so they lost even more gold on top of what we already have. Like we have Father here, split pushing, so everything is going fine for Scythe. Like I don't even want to look at the XP. Yeah, oh my god, look at this event. It's gonna be towards the 20k. In gold we already reached the 20k. The third Roshan will be on top of that. I guess in like what, minute 37, 38 they're gonna take it. At the moment Manta Illusion's actually going for it, and oh well, they're rotating for just a Manta Illusion, which is I guess not too bad. There's another one in the mid. I hope the Batch Rider does not go for it. No, it dies before. So Roshan is the next step, as I said. Like he will go down in 37 minutes or even faster. Look at the damage on him. With Medallion, Psionic Trap, the minus armor, Desolator. This Roshan, a poor puppy. He's nothing but a big creep. And there's a cheese. Cheese and bottle on the crown. Someone can take it off the team. But it seems no one is interested. Come on guys. Cheese. It's tasty. Tasty. What is he selling? Oh yeah, he's selling his Midas. Midas for a cheese, not too bad. And he's even going for no? What? Yasha? And after that a Belt of Strength. I don't understand. Okay, that's interesting. Did he miss by? Belt of Strength. Belt of Strength? I don't understand. But I guess sure, why not? I mean, he has a casual plate mail, just like that, a Yasha on top of it, and a Belt of Strength. I guess he wants to start like 3 different items, just like that. Well, teams with 15k or more gold lead at 30 minutes mark have a 100% win rate, while they only have 99.4 win rate with 15k or more. So, I mean, if you have like, what, 20k, 15k or something like that around this mark, then yeah, it surely is. But now, we have 1 ultimate already up. There is so much leeching coming out. 56 damage, actually, it's quite okay. The Cliff is coming out, and the second Razor ultimate, he's doing so much damage. And they even drag him further now into the tier 4 tower. He has the cheese. He will use the cheese when he's really low. Dude, look at the damage. It's just amazing. And there is the cheese coming out. The Viper as the only target you really don't want to be. But he's going down here. He will sooner or later go down. Now he takes the Viper with him. So he's down. Father also trying to go deep. But in the meantime, Familiar's taking care of that Rax. Visage getting the Rax down. But wow, what a ballsy play. I think this is even a bit trolling. Wait, double refresher plus cheese, just going to work here. And the next step is of course the tier 3 tower in the mid. They know like 2 of the people, or actually all 3 of them who just died, they have no buyback whatsoever. And yeah, I mean Bash Rider, he has a gem, but does it really matter? His initiation of the Razor, it was good I guess, dragging him under the tier 4 towers, but he was like, hey guys, why not? Sure, now that I'm here, I can kill you all. And Scythe, they want to finish it here, right now. The Titan is saying, hey guys, come on, come close to me. There is still a mech available. Mech is now used, tier 3 tower, no cliff, no nothing. Negative weave, of course, coming out. I mean, they are back in, I don't know, 15 seconds, the Viper a bit. But I just don't see this happening. Now, all the shiny green from the pipe coming out as well. And like the TH just raising through the range racks, and Meteor Rex is the last step to do an air. Finally, we have an initiation. Lasso is here on the Visage. There is a Soul Assumption saying back below. The Tidehunter, well, he can't really do anything, and the Grave King just bringing himself back with the Shadow Grave, and I don't know, I guess they want to get a kill before they GG out here. Father is the target for the Viper Strike, but Bristleback, look at the damage. He's supposed to be a tanky hero, but he's going down, especially with the minus armor. H is now down, so finally have something achieved, but there is the Mac ready. Mac now being used. Unfortunately, he has no mana for the Refresher Orb. This is really too bad. He has a Refresher Orb, but no mana. Now Bristleback, is that Bristleback finally going down? I mean, his back is of course to them, so they have a lot of quill space. Stack 4 already. Father is going down. Now the Batch Rider is going in, but is getting frozen. There is another Viper Strike on the poor Tidehunter. Piper's coming out. Won't help you though. Crystal Maiden. Oh well, a nice Forster, but the Razor from the back. I think no, not with a double ultimate. This is just a normal ultimate. Oh my god, and he's just going through it all. Viper, last survivor. He actually takes the Visage with him. So nice last fight. What did I just try to say? Nice fight. Nice last fight. Now we got it. Anyway, it was a nice last fight actually. So at the 40-minute mark, Mega Creeps were done. Invasion, they actually had quite some nice defense coming up for the high ground, but in the end I think Scythe was also just a bit playing around. They made sure they have the items. I mean, the Razor was pretty much almost invincible unless he's diving 3 towers and 4 heroes. And then finally got him down. The cheese was even on his side, so he took 2 with him. In the meantime, the team just went for the racks. So, very interesting. Game number 1. Scythe absolutely dominating. Of course, that game may it be an experience or a gold lead. My name is HeflaTV from HeflaTV here on the first channel, bringing you the joinDOTA League Season 2 Asia here. It is a 2-game series, so hang in there. Game number 2 will be up in just a second.